Mark 12, 1 to 12. So, Jesus made a parable, and that he talked about how a vineyard owner left and a vine garden to vine growers, and then when he sent people to come to them, the servants to come to them, they beat them, they treated them, some they killed, and then he sent his son thinking that they will respect his son, but they didn't do that. They actually took him and killed him. And then it's interesting that the Pharisees or the scribes, let's see, is it parable? Who was, I think it's the scribe, and they, so I think this is a continuation of yesterday where the scribe and the Pharisees came and talked to him, asking him whose authority he was able to do that. And so I think that's a continuation when he started speaking to them in parable, but they understood that he was speaking to them, that that the parable was against them. How much of it did they understand? If they understood that he was comparing himself to the Son of God, that they will take and crucify. If I don't think they would understand to that extent, but I'm not sure how much of it they understood. They kind of, I guess they got the vibe that it's not good, a good thing that he's talking to them about, and that they are the vine grower. And they know that the vine grower in this parable is treacherous, so he's saying something bad about them. I think that's, if I were them, that would be the level of understanding that I would have. And so after that, he even quoted the stone in which the builder rejected. So I think maybe they understood it because he was referencing Isaiah, he was referencing the Old Testament, and talking about this. So maybe they did understand that he was saying that he was the Messiah whom they will reject. Not sure. But then, similar to the previous question about authority, they didn't. They wanted to seize him. They wanted to take him, but they feared the people. Similar to how they didn't believe in John the Baptist, but they feared the people, so they didn't really say anything against John the Baptist. So they left Jesus and went away. And I think there are some time where we hear truth and we're offended by it, and then instead of using that as a growth opportunity, we use that and we reject the person who tell us the truth, instead of saying, oh, how can we better ourselves, or how can we change, how can we be not like the vine grower, because we can choose at this period in time. They can choose to not be a vine grower. They can choose to honor the son that the God sent, similar to the Nathan and David episode when Nathan said, you are that man. David just didn't say, oh yeah, I am that man, and what are you going to do about it? But he said, oh, he repented, and he repented of his sin, and he repented of his involvement in it. So he wept, he asked for forgiveness, and that is, that's it. It's the same thing with conflict resolution. If I go to someone and say, you hurt me, or I felt hurt when you did this, it doesn't have to stop there. It can be an open door for reconciliation. It's like, how can I make it right? Or I apologize. How can I make it right? And so, but then when people take that truth as not an open door for change and reconciliation, then it's an opportunity where they use it to harden their heart. They harden their heart against that truth. They despise the person who's telling them the truth, and they go a step deeper into kind of hatred and retaliation and hard-heartedness. And so I think those are the different kind of like responses that we can have when truth is given to us.